Chapter 15 is all about responding to user input. I just want to give you a very quick and dirty intro to this, just so you can get yourself up and running fairly quickly. I've split the project into two bits. This is the main class here, and all this does is creates an object of the my frame thing over here. So that literally is all that does. So on my frame thing over here, I have a constructor. If I just delete that for a second, that won't make a lot of sense. I have a constructor here named exactly the same as the class, so it will build whatever is in here first, and it just builds the standard JFrame kind of setup. So it sets the default close operation to exit on close, gives it a size, gives it a location, and makes it visible. That's it. I've also created a simple button here with some text on it saying "click me here," and then we add that button to the frame. In fact, that should run. If I press run, we should be able to get that up and running. I might have to do a quick clean on it. There we are. So it runs, but the button doesn't do anything when you click on it, basically. Okay, so what we're going to do is basically there's four steps to this. What we want to do is we want to add a reference to the event library, and so you basically add that reference, and I'll number them as well so you can see what's going on. So you add this reference. There's a little note there saying that we're going to use this reference. You import java.awt.event.star. The second thing you want to do is implement the action listener interface. Now, interfaces aren't really mentioned much in this book, and I'll probably have to do some separate clips to tell you about that, but they certainly give you enough to get yourself up and running. So we implement action listener. Should give us a bunch of errors now. Something like that. Now it's given us an error there. Let me just number that so you can just go back and check this yourself. Number 2. Put that there, and it's now underlined this. Now, when you implement an action listener, when you implement something, you basically say you're taking out you're signing up to a contract that says you will commit to doing certain things. Okay, we just haven't filled those things in at the moment, and the easiest way of finding them is if you click on the word that's underlined there and right click. It should. Oh no, sorry, it's Alt Enter in NetBeans. Implement all abstract methods. It will now actually fulfill the rest of the contract for us. And if I scroll down, it's now filled in this bit here. It's actually this is the bit that we needed to do something about. So we've got to sort this out. This is what basically will happen whenever we click on the button. So that's that bit sorted. The third thing we want to do is you want to add a listener to this my button object, and this is I'll number it as well. Control C, stick number 3 in here. Control V. So we basically say my button, add an action listener, and we're going to add this object. In other words, we're going to add, when we make a frame thing, we're going to add it as the listener to the my button object. And then the fourth thing is you're going to basically tell it what you want to do when you click on it. Control C. This is down here. Is number 4, and basically we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to put in here what we want it to do. What about something like shout and say, oh, I don't know, I'm clicked, something like that. So every time we click on this button, it'll just say in the window here, I'm clicked. So if we run that F6. And every time I click on this, it says down here, I'm clicked. So I go click, click, click. There we are. I'm clicked. I'm clicked. All right. And that's basically it. That's how you hook up a button to an action listener. I'll post that code up on Moodle so you can have a play with it if you want. In fact, I wanted to grab that all now. And Control C, and it's on Moodle in about 3 seconds.